Excuse the noise in the background. I'm doing laundry. And excuse that I keep doing videos where I'm crying. I just read the results I had on the TIL test. And it messes you up mentally really badly because deep inside of you, you know something is happening and you just want to get it fixed. As a person, the person that I am, I'm not one to just sit around and do things. Like, I actually love moving my body, and it's from the same reason that I just get stuck. I get stuck sitting down, not moving too much. So I love to move. I love working out. I love going outside, enjoying things. I love going with family. I love going with friends. I got results from the TIL test. They haven't called me. I have just been reading what it says. That I need to look up numbers, and I need to look up, oh my god, essentially what happened in that TIL test. I remember I was waiting in the waiting room for the appointment, and then I see this doctor rush to the appointment. Within 5 minutes they called me, and it was the same doctor. I personally like to ask, I'm making conversation, how long have you been doing this? Why did you want to do this? How did you get into this? I make them feel welcome to me in a way, to make them feel comfortable. That doctor that made my TIL test, he has been only doing that for 8 months. And when the TIL test was happening, I noticed that he was having some issues because he kept going to like this little machine that was by you and the computer back and forth. A part of me was like, oh, maybe he's just checking this and that, but I'm like, it doesn't seem right. This is just from things that I've seen, things that I've experienced before. And next thing you know, another doctor comes in. I make conversation again. This doctor has been doing it for 17 years, and he's a neurologist. And I asked what's happening, because he came in. That's usually an iffy sign. And he said, oh, we're just having some technical issues. I said, okay. He said, but it's getting fixed. Now, from what I'm reading, I don't think the doctor that was 8 months into what he's doing knew what he was doing exactly. Like, every week it's been something, and my mind hasn't been able to catch up to every single thing that's happening. Like, one moment it's with the cardiologist, the other moment it's my kidneys, the other moment it's neurology, my brain, and it's seizures. So it's like I haven't been able to catch up to the pain, the stress, and everything my body's going through. The amount of stress that you go into because they don't believe you, and you can see it in the video where I'm hospitalized and the amount that I'm willing to do so they believe that something's going on. There's even nurses that they're saying, wow, your heart rate is that bad already when we just started. I like to make jokes. I understand people that are sick because I'm sick, and I've seen the amount of stress. I've personally gone through it. I'm going through it. So I like to make jokes too, for the environment not to feel the pain that I'm feeling. Or even with sick people, I try to take care of them. I try to listen as much as I can. So I make jokes. And I think that's gotten to me where people don't believe me or I look normal. Well, in that TIL test, just like where I'm hospitalized, I'm like, I'm willing to do more so we can find out what's happening. I'm sure my body has gone through an intense amount of pain. Because doctors or the system, the medical system, doesn't help you until you're close to death. I'm trying to prevent that. I'm scared. And the toe test, I believe they did like 3 rounds of laying down, going up, laying down, going up. And on the 4th round, he was like, "You want to keep going?" And I'm like, "Let's keep going so we can figure out what this is." That's me putting my body in so much stress so we can figure out what's going on. And I remember him saying, "We're almost done with this round. Are you sure you want to continue?" And I said, "Let's continue." I'm now feeling cold sweats. I've learned that my body gets cold sweats. I start to see a lot of colorful dots. Like everything gets blurry and it's colorful. And it's kind of like I lose sensation from either my feet up or my brain down. That tells me I'm about to faint. Anyways, that started happening, and I'm like, I can't continue. I am about to faint. And while I was getting better, he actually asked me, "Are you in the medical field?" And I said, "No. I've just gone through a lot." So I've learned a lot. I've researched a lot. I've talked to doctors a lot. I've been around doctors due to a camp that I used to be a counselor in. This is my results of what I got. I also have, I'm pretty sure it's in another video of that appointment, but I also have videos and stuff like that. Alarms were going. I want to say it was either my heart or my blood pressure. If you hear those alarms, those are not good signs. The doctor was just kind of going up and down around me. He would be like, "Can you see this? Can you follow this?" And I would try my best to do it, but it takes an immense amount of strength to even open your eyes. This is what I've read so far from the medical notes. It says malfunction in some areas where they were doing the test, or I did not read. And then it says at the bottom, due to anxiety. Like some things were due to my anxiety. This is not anxiety. I know my anxiety. Oh. You don't get to choose when I have anxiety. The medical field doesn't get to choose when I have anxiety. My brain and my body does. And I know myself, it's not anxiety. I can't move. I can't even do the bed without feeling like I'm gonna faint. I have to be sitting down most of the time now. I can do basic things. Even there's a video where I'm filming that I'm redoing a little coffee bar that I'm doing. And with that, I was in so much pain later in the night. That was yesterday. I had to put a weighted blanket on me and I was so tired. Just by that. That's not normal. I have to take breaks if I go to the store because I get cold sweats and then my body starts to shake. And with that, it's just like a never-ending circle with the results that you get, and you know something's going on, and that causes anxiety. Because they don't listen to you. Because they wait until worst case scenario and they're putting your life at risk. It's my life. No, that shit causes anxiety. The fact that you have to keep putting your body in so much fucking stress when you know something is wrong and they keep saying no. It causes anxiety, where your mind says, no, they're not gonna believe me, and you have to wait until worst case scenario for them to see you, that something's going on. It's like a never-ending circle, and you have to put your body through so much stress. And just be like, fuck, just get through it. And you can see it in my neurology video. We have to get through it so we can see what's going on. I've talked to my counselor about this. I know there has to be a balance between trusting your life and being okay with death, and trusting that the doctors will be there for you at the end of the day. But there's only so many limits that your body can do. As I go down, I've been close to death 6 times. I hope this is not the 7th time. The amount of things the doctors have done to me, that have disrespected me, that has put me into risk. The amount of lawsuits I could have done, but I've never did, is a lot. And then they keep saying you can't film them. I understand being a doctor is hard, and I'm pretty sure they have their own anxiety too. But also, like I said, you can't film there because of my malpractice, because it probably causes anxiety. But also, what about us? Where they're not believing us, and we have to go through an immense amount of pain. I get it. Doctors are going through an immense amount of stress. This is not about right or wrong. This is about working together as a team. People are getting sick left and right. I know. Then something needs to happen so doctors are welcome and are rested correctly, so they can do their job correctly. They should get paid well because they're saving lives. Like I said, people are getting sicker left and right, especially as adults. I don't get treated the same as when I was a kid. Something is wrong in that area. Money, probably. They don't want to pay more. Stress, lack of sleep. There's so many people around that have different things going on. They should get treated well. There's even moments where I've been really sick. I once actually saw a girl that was having a miscarriage. I'm like, let her go before me, because they called my name. There was another time where I was getting my medicine. I remember this girl where she was kind of in like the fetal position, and you can tell something was wrong. And I had my number, and it was before hers because she came after me. I gave her my number because she looked like she was in an immense amount of pain. And I decided to wait another 30 minutes. The system needs to get better. They're putting us in danger. And they're putting the doctors, the nurses in danger too. Again, there's no right or wrong. It's about working together as a team. I don't know what's going to happen this time. I have faith. There's a reason why I'm still here, even though throughout the trauma I've gone through throughout my life. There's a reason I'm still here. I know there's a moment when time will come that I need to say goodbye to the world, to my body, and to my loved ones. I'm not ready for that. And I'm gonna do my best to hold on, go through the pain. But it's just so painful, guys. My back is against the wall. Then another part of me is like, if I start working out, because I know the medical field, essentially I am putting my life in danger. It goes against all the fucking paperwork they tell you, and it makes my heart go up and down. And I faint, or I hit my head, something happens, of course I'm gonna have to have somebody there. And then they're gonna say, you're going over your limit of what you can do with your workout. I know the answer already. I can't win, guys. And it's not about winning. It's about my life. I want to be here a little longer so I can experience things. I'm not ready to go. I want to go back to moving. I want to go back to enjoying things with the people that I love. People have always asked me, why do I enjoy the little things so much? It's because of this. I love going outside, seeing the sunrise and the sunset, because sometimes that's all I can do. And it gives me hope of change. I love seeing the colors when it's fall time. I love seeing the winter. I love seeing the summer because it changes and it tells you that life changes and things come and go. This is teaching me something. Like I said, things come and go. Hopefully I get into remission soon. I don't know how fucking long it's gonna take, but I have hope and a change is coming. I just don't know what it is. And it's a positive one, I'm sure. But then that fucks with your mind. Is it? Because they don't believe you after so long. You don't trust the medical field and you don't trust yourself anymore. Because of all this, I'm learning to trust myself again and stand up. But, oh my God, it's just so painful. Change is good. And I hope this, in a way, it helps somebody. Again, I understand you. I'm here. And I hope if you don't understand your body, I've gotten a lot of comments where they ask me, how do I understand my body so well? And if I'm in the medical field. I do my research and I'm feeling every single thing of my body and listening to its patterns of how it works. That's how you do it. This has caused me to be very controlling because of the fear. That's something I'm learning to let go of this year. Whatever it is that you're working on, I wish you well and I wish that you can overcome it because we all can. I know at the end of the day, I am going to overcome it and I'm going to achieve those goals that I want because of the passion or the willingness to overcome it, even though it's painful. I hope you can overcome your challenges too. I wish you do as well.